It's been nearly a year since the Pulse tragedy, and the days leading up to June 12th, we're taking time to recognize the hope and heart, and with it, the pain and purpose. Tonight, we return to Orlando Regional Medical Center, just blocks away from the nightclub.
Yeah, those medical teams banded together to save lives that tragic morning. Eric Sandoval wanted to find out how they are doing tonight.
Some of the doctors and nurses we spoke with said they got here the morning of June 12th, and Orange Avenue was just a sea of blue lights. Police had swarmed the area. They said that's when they knew they had to get inside the emergency room here and start saving lives.
We were pulling people out of trucks and ambulances, triaging them as they went in.
EMT Jacob Schigner says he was on the receiving line at Orlando Regional Medical Center the morning of June 12th. It was a morning he and the emergency room staff said was unusually slow until the shooting at Pulse nightclub.
I had SWAT banging on the door, and I opened the door, and they're like, I have a patient in the back, and you might have 20 more coming.
The first patient hit the door, and there was another one right behind it.
It was completely different than anything I had ever seen.
I feel that most of the night I kind of spent on autopilot.
They just didn't stop coming in.
I always wear sleeves to work to cover up tattoos, and I had ripped off one of my sleeves to use as a tourniquet because I couldn't find any in the time.
These patients were severely injured, and they were so selfless. They were screaming and crying, but not for themselves. It was for their loved ones, their friends, their family.
We were totally focused on taking care of the victims.
Dr. Michael Cheatham is part of a team of surgeons whose goal that morning was to save as many lives as possible. 3 of those surgeons sat down with News 6.
Every time they come to the office, their smile's a little bit bigger. You know, they look a little bit healthier. They look a little bit more mentally healthy.
This is still something that I think about on a daily basis. And I think initially, I didn't think it would last this long with me. I thought it would be something that sort of was on my mind for a couple of weeks and then faded off, but this is something that I'll probably remember the rest of my life.
Holly Stewart's job that morning was helping friends and family who had gathered in the hospital's waiting room.
It was a Saturday night at a club, and so the patients that we took in so quickly, we were less concerned about who they were. We were more concerned about saving their lives.
Now, 1 year later, she says her job that morning has come full circle.
The president of ORMC and I were teaching orientation the other day, and this young man stood up. We asked everybody to tell a unique story, and he told the story that he is, one of 11 children, and he came to work here because his mom was one of the ones who died at Pulse. That's huge.
She says it's a testament to the critical, life-saving work the staff here does, not only on June 12th, but every day. A year later now, many of the doctors and emergency personnel here say they now travel the country, speaking to other hospitals, sharing what they learned from that morning. They're trying to drive home the point that it's not a matter of if this could happen in another city, it's a matter of when. At ORMC, Eric Sandoval, News 6.
More than 50 lives saved by those people.
Yeah, just incredible. I mean, we've been saying it now for the past year. I guess the only blessing is the fact that so many angels were just around the corner, able to treat so many people so quickly. Yep. And to see the memorials, tributes, and extended interviews ahead of June 12th, you can find it all on our website, clickorlando.com/Pulse 1 year.